Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you to Future by Formula 2.0, a doorway to zillion chances, presented by Mathseon. We are very delighted to have students, educators, and mathematics enthusiasts joining us from different parts of the country. Thank you very much for taking the time to be with us this evening. And today's program, Pathways in Mathematics, Academic Culture, and India's Premier Institutes, is designed to offer aspiring students a glimpse into the world of higher mathematics, the academic culture of India's premier institutions, and the many exciting opportunities that this discipline has to offer. Before we begin, let me introduce Mathseon, who has brought us today together. Mathseon was born from a simple belief that quality education should never be limited to geography or affordability. What began in 2020 as an initiative by a group of passionate mathematics graduates has grown into a vibrant learning community today, helping students pursue their academic aspirations through meaningful mentorship and quality education. At Mathseon, mathematics is more than just a subject. It's a pathway to conquer confidence and opportunity. Whether through competitive examinations, higher educations, research, or simply nurturing a love for mathematics, Mathseon is committed to supporting learners at every stage of their journey. And today's program is just another step in that journey, bringing together inspiring minds and aspiring students to explore the many possibilities that mathematics has to offer. And yes, coming to the point, it is now my great privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker of this evening, Dr. Krishnarjun and Krishnamoorthy, the Assistant Professor at the Department of Mathematics at the National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. Dr. Krishnarjunan began his academic journey with an integrated BSc, MSc in Mathematics from the Central University of Tamil Nadu before earning his PhD from the prestigious Harish Chandra Research Institute, one of India's foremost centers for mathematical research. He then pursued postdoctoral research at the Beijing Institute of Mathematical Sciences and Applications, a world class research institute established under the leadership of Fields medalist Professor Xing Tong Yu, where he collaborated with leading mathematicians from across the world. A passionate mathematician, Dr. Krishnarjun's research lies in number theory and automorphic forms, areas that are at the heart of modern mathematical research. And driven by a deep curiosity about the structures underlying arithmetic and symmetry, his works seems to uncover some of the most fundamental patterns in mathematics while contributing meaningfully to this rich and evolving field. His research has been published in internationally acclaimed journals, including the Proceedings of the American Mathematical Society, Journal of Number Theory, Research in the Mathematical Sciences, and the Ramanujan Journal, reflecting his significant contributions to contemporary mathematical research. Sir, thank you very much for accepting our invitation and taking the time to be with us today. It is a great privilege to have you with the Mathseon family. And without further delay, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Krishnarjun and Krishnamurthy to deliver today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, together, over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, I hope you can hear me well. I hope. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. It felt good to hear that. I'm Krishnarjun. I'm a faculty here at NIT Tirchi, and my research areas broadly number theory, but I want to the premier institutes in the country and how aspiring students can uh, aim to get into those places, get good degrees, etc. So I'll start trying to share my screen. So if I start sharing my screen, I will not be able to see the Google Meet page, I think. And so if anybody has any questions, I request the moderators to briefly let me know if somebody has a question. Or you can just unmute yourself and ask a question. I hope that's okay. So let me try to share my screen. Hopefully this will work. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Is
sir.
it visible? Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about uh, academic culture first of all. We'll come to India's premier institutes at a later stage. So here goes. Before I talk about academic culture, I need to briefly discuss what makes a mathematician. What is mathematics? No. What is truly mathematical inquiry? What does it mean? How do you do that? And to somehow show you what it is, I'll talk about three famous mathematicians and briefly talk about their life and what are the lessons that we can learn from their lives. The first person I want to talk about is Srinivas Ramanujan. All of us have heard about who he is, and most of us know his story, and he is also often dubbed the man who knew infinity. Now, just to briefly recall, he was born in Erode in Tamil Nadu and raised in Kumbakonam. Kumbakonam is just a few hours drive from Tiruchi. I'm happy to say that. And he was largely self-taught. He had a book. He had a book which was titled A Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure Mathematics. And the nature of the book was that it contained only results. It did not contain proofs. It did not contain any theorems. He just wrote statements. He just wrote formulas, formulas out of formulas out of formulas. And so that was how that book was structured. Now, Ramanujan, being from where he was and lacking any formal college education, he was very much unfamiliar with the idea of proofs or idea of theorems. And he thought this is how mathematics was done. And surprisingly, being the genius that he is, he filled notebooks with thousands and thousands of original mathematical identities. And they were spectacular. Okay, the more you learn about Ramanujan's mathematical research, the more you appreciate how groundbreaking, how fundamental his research was. But he did all this amidst facing poverty. He came from an extremely poor family, and he was the sort of quote unquote man of the family at that time, and he was expected to earn the living, earn the bread in the household. He was extremely smart, but he was not interested in anything except mathematics. And so he could not get a degree in his college because he did not care about English, he did not care about history, he just wanted to do mathematics. And because of that, he did not get a good job. But somehow, with the help of his friends and mentors and teachers, he became a clerk in Madras, which is Chennai now, but it was Madras back then. And then what he did is, he wrote a letter. He kept writing to mathematicians. Okay, he was sure that he was doing something extremely beautiful, extremely useful, and he kept writing letters to mathematician after mathematician, and they kept rejecting him, ignoring him, etc. But in 1913, he wrote a letter to G.H. Hardy, who was in Cambridge at the time. He was an English mathematician. And then Hardy immediately realized the extraordinary genius that Ramanujan was. For a brief time, he did not believe that this letter was from a clerk in India. And he thought it was his friend, another mathematician called Littlewood, who was pranking him, who was playing a joke on him by mailing a letter from India with all these nice formulas. But Littlewood said, I had nothing to do with this. And so Hardy took the letter more seriously, and he started working on formula after formula after formula. The first few formulas he could prove without much difficulty, but you should also remember that this is a world-class mathematician who's the top of his field at that time. He could prove without much difficulty, but for the formulas in the later half of the letter, he had to spend weeks and months to try to prove it. And immediately Hardy realized that the person who wrote these formulas is no ordinary human being. And then, as they say, the rest is history. Ramanujan went to Cambridge and had a very, very fruitful collaboration with Hardy. Uh, and he passed away at the young age of 32 in 1920. But the ideas that he contributed or the notions that he developed are still the focus of number theorists today. I can tell you with absolute certainty that people are still the activity in Ramanujan's contribution is only growing, even after more than a century after his death. 2020 was the centenary of his death. Even after a century, we are still working very hard to understand what he could write down just like that. The Ramanujan story being as inspiring as it is, what I want to focus on today is one key aspect of Ramanujan's story. And that aspect is that no matter how big a genius he was, his mathematical journey, his mathematical uh, maturity, or sorry, his mathematical, what to say, evolution was incomplete without a mentor. He had to find Hardy. He had to find a mentor who immediately realized the genius of Ramanujan. Nobody else, even his own family, even his own friends back at home in Tamil Nadu and Kumbakonam, were not aware of his genius. They flat out denied it. They said, "You are wasting your time. You are going to be a failure." But it took the right mentor with the right perspective to realize what Ramanujan's genius was and to help him and to nurture him. And it is only under the umbrella that Hardy gave Ramanujan that Ramanujan learned about writing proofs, the correct way of doing mathematics, and he got the recognition, he got the fame and recognition that he has now. I'm not taking anything away from Ramanujan's genius or brilliance, please don't get me wrong. I want to point out the impact that the right mentor had in his journey. Now, let's move on to the second mathematician that I want to talk about. Second mathematician is Paul Erdős. There are people who pronounce his name as Erdős. Some people pronounce him as Erdős. So he is a Hungarian mathematician. He was a Hungarian mathematician, passed away not too long ago. And he is dubbed the nomadic mathematician. What he used to do, he was one of the most prolific mathematicians in history. He wrote more than 1,500 mathematical papers, all of which are of extreme international standard. I was talking to one of my colleagues the other day, and he told me that, you take a paper of Erdős, any paper out of these 1,500 papers, you take any one paper. And so in his style of writing papers, he does not fill out every gap. He says, okay, this can be done if you do this can be done if you do this. If you take one of those sentences, which he would have predicted, okay, this will happen like this. And if you can find a nice proof of that paper, of that one sentence that Erdős has got, then you will be immediately internationally recognized. So I want to highlight the level of the quality and the depth of Erdős's work. And he is not lacking of quantity as well. He wrote more than 1,000 mathematical papers in his lifetime. He showed extraordinary talent at a very young age. But one thing that is very peculiar about Erdős, and the reason why I tell you this story, is that rather than settling at a single university, he could have gotten into any university in the world if he wanted, but he did not do that. He was a traveling mathematician. He traveled. He visited colleagues, and then he used to discuss with them. He used to go to a university where he would have a friend. He would just walk into the home of that friend and say, "My brain is open. What are you working on right now?" And that friend would discuss that problem with him, and they would collaborate, they would write a paper. He collaborated over 500 mathematicians, which is an unprecedented number. On average, mathematicians have 20 to 30 collaborators. There is an online database called Mathseon, Mathscinet, Mathseon, where you can see the collaborators of mathematicians from a very long time. And you take any random mathematician, that mathematician would not have collaborated with more than 20 or 30 people. But Erdos single-handedly collaborated with more than 500 mathematicians. And he wrote groundbreaking papers. His collaborations spanned many fields, not just number theory, comparative.
Sir, why?
Hello?
Sir, why should we learning mathematician?
Sorry?
Sir, why should we learning about mathematician?
Because their life tells you what they did right and what they did wrong. And knowing about what they did right might give you some idea of what you should do.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to why I'm talking about these specific mathematicians. I'll get to that. So please bear with me for some more time. He worked in a lot of fields, and soon people developed the concept of Erdos number. So how far are you a collaborator of Erdos? Have you directly collaborated with Erdos? Then you get Erdos number 1. If you've collaborated with someone who has collaborated with Erdos, you get Erdos number 2, etc. and so on. This highlights how much interconnected his network was and his network of collaborators was. Many of his conjectures remain unsolved and people are still working on it. Many of the recent Fields medals have gone to progress towards his conjectures. And yeah. So what I want to highlight is he showed that great mathematical discoveries often arise not from working in isolation. Great mathematical discoveries arise in discussion, sharing ideas, and collective problem solving. And he is you can read much more about his work in the. Actually, if you know who Terence Tao is, he is considered to be the smartest man right now, or the best mathematician right now. And when Terence Tao was a young child, like I think 5 or 6 years old, he met with Erdos, and Erdos immediately recognized his genius. So he has the stamp of Erdos. And anyway, moving on. The third person I want to talk about is Mariam Mirzakhani. So she is a Iranian mathematician, and she recently passed away. She won the first. She was one of the first female Fields medalists. She won that in 2014. Now, she was born in Tehran, in Iran, and as a child, she was more interested in novels and dreamed of becoming a writer. And she was not even looking at mathematics as a subject. But her interest grew by solving problems. She did not care for theorems. She did not care for proofs. She just solved problems. And she did not care about memorization. All of her friends were saying, okay, you should study this theorem, this proof, this theorem. She did not care. She just wanted to solve problems. And she was solving challenging problems one after the other. She viewed mathematics as an imaginative and exploratory process rather than a bunch of formulas. She was known to approach problems in different directions and to give geometric ideas or geometric intuition to various long-standing problems in mathematics. And in 2014, as I mentioned, she became the first woman and the first Iranian to receive the Fields Medal. What we can learn from her life is that passion for mathematics can develop over time, and it's more about curiosity, it's more about visual thinking, it's more about persistence than just theorems and proofs and everything. Now the point is, why do I want to talk about these mathematicians? As somebody asked me. What is good academic culture? Okay? A good, let us go back to Ramanujan and Hardy story. Even though Ramanujan possessed extraordinary mathematical talent, he had to find the right mentor to transform the talent into lasting impact. What Hardy did, he gave structure, rigor, and access to an international mathematical community without dimming Ramanujan's creative fire. So, a great mentor understands your strength, understands your weakness, and helps you grow. That is the lesson we can learn from Ramanujan and Hardy's story. What is the lesson that we can learn from Mariam's story? She tackled difficult problems by drawing large, sprawling sketches. She approached this entire problem geometrically. All these years, people were trying to solve a certain problem with algebra, with equation, with a lot of this and that. She approached this problem geometrically, and then she was able to solve it. So breakthroughs often come from changing how we see a problem, not just working harder. That is the second core idea I want to talk about today. What did we learn from Erdos? He had more than 500 collaborators, more than 1,500 papers. He traveled constantly, solving problems with people everywhere. He showed that mathematics grows faster when ideas are shared openly. When you're ready to discuss, when you're ready to talk to people, when you're ready to accept your own mistakes, that is where mathematics grows. Now, a healthy academic culture, it has all these things. It helps you find the right mentors. It has a sufficiently large enough pool of mentors so that you can talk to people openly, you can find the right mentor who can bring out the best in you. It has an atmosphere where you can stay curious, you can ask questions, you can ask any questions, and people are ready to take you seriously and to talk about it. It encourages you to think creatively. It encourages you to approach problems from new angles, and somehow it emphasizes the fact that there's rarely just one path to solve a problem. You will have ample opportunity to collaborate. For example, we had a coffee shop in HR. It's a tea place slash canteen slash place where everybody in the whole institute, we used to come and sit, and we used to have discussions. There will be a board there, green board with some chalk, and more often than not, I've seen people discussing there, people talking about ideas, people talking about questions. So if I'm working on a research problem, I'll go there, write down my problem and think about it. Somebody will come, somebody who's come to have tea will be reading about my problem, looking at my problem and ask me what I'm doing. And I let them, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to do. And then that person might have some other idea. And he will say, okay, why didn't you try to do this? And then that lead to a discussion, and more often than not, that leads to breakthrough. So that is what we should learn from Erdős' life. Mathematics, you cannot sit in a room, close the door and do mathematics. That's not how it's done. The fastest, the best, the most productive way to do mathematics is to discuss. Discuss your problem with everyone. Or if you're trying to learn a new subject, talk to people. Tell them that, okay, I'm not able to understand this. Tell them I'm not, or maybe if you understand something better, share that with the others. So a healthy academic culture, a healthy academic atmosphere, it encourages you to ask thoughtful questions. It motivates you to stay curious. It nudges you to think creatively. It welcomes different viewpoints. And you will be able to find mentors who will guide you in the right direction. And it will, there is no sense of ego over there. People are ready to share credit where it's due, etc., etc. So hopefully I've given you some hint of what good academic culture means. or what a healthy academic culture is. Now, yeah, again to re-emphasize what I've been saying all along, ideas grow best together. Okay, right. Now we'll go to the last part of the talk, I guess. Higher education in mathematics and where you can find it. So it is important, right? So one of the key takeaways or the core narrative that I want to build is that even though you may be extremely talented, you need to be at the right place. You need to find a mentor who can help you move forward. And you need to be in the right environment. You need to be in the right academic culture to explore or understand your full potential, realize your full potential. Now, I'll give you a list of some institutes in India and which are considered to be better than others. And I'll maybe briefly also mention how to or what exams you can write, what to get into those institutes. And the hope is that these institutes are more likely to have the academic culture that I was talking about than maybe the other institutes. And I should also mention that there is no one best institute in the country. It depends on what sort of mathematics you want to do, what sort of direction you want to take, etc., etc. So keep that in mind. I want to talk about some institutes. So they're called institutes of national importance. The government has given a certain name to them. So if you're interested in more of a statistics, data science type thing, you can go look at ISI. There's an ISI in Delhi. I know that there's an ISI. So ISI Kolkata was the first, if I'm not wrong, and then there's an ISI in Bangalore. This is the best statistics-based institute in the country. They also offer courses like BMath and MMath, which are very, very, very competitive bachelor's and master's in mathematics. They have their own admission test, and you have to write an admission, and then maybe there's also an interview. That is about ISI. You have CMI, which is a Chennai Mathematical Institute, which is more focused on math and computer science, but its core math is amazing. The people who teach there, the courses that they offer are international world-class level. And it also has a very strong research culture. I've been there myself, and I can say for a fact that CMI has very good academic culture. And again, to get in, you have to write the CMI entrance exam. They have a master's program. I think if there are BSc students in the audience, they have a master's program, and then you can enter there by writing their exam. You have a lot of ISERs. I hear that some more are coming up. ISER Pune is, I think, very well known for mathematics. ISER Trivandrum, ISER Tirupati, ISER Kolkata. There are a few more ISERs which I don't exactly remember right now. So they are very well versed in mathematics and basic sciences, for example, theoretical physics. So if you want to do something interdisciplinary, like you want to be a mathematician, but also get to know what's happening in theoretical physics or chemistry, these ISERs are really good places. They offer integrated BSMS. I'm not very sure if they offer a master's course, but these are really good institutes to have in your mind. And then to get in, you have to write either the ISER aptitude test or JEE or KVPY and all those things. You have IAC Bangalore, which is a much broader umbrella than ISERs, but there's only one of it, IAC, Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. They will, so you have a lot of different types of research, a lot of interdisciplinary research happens there. And you can go to any department, talk to people, and then collaborate with them. And as I mentioned, most collaborations happen over tea or over dinner. They don't necessarily happen in the classroom. So IAC is a beautiful campus.
What about TIFR?
Tata Institute. Yeah, I will. So this is, I was told that the audience will mostly be BSc people.
Yes,
so that's why I did not emphasize too much on research institutes. But yeah, I can talk about them also. Maybe after this I'll talk about them. And then obviously you have IITs, which offer master's program, where you can have a more of an engineering flavor, applied mathematics flavor. You can go work with, you can go talk to other engineering departments and see if you can contribute them. There is a much stronger industrial involvement in IITs and NITs together. So if you're interested in going into industry at some point in your life, maybe you should choose a path via IITs and NITs, etc. And all of these institutes are internationally reputed. You take a degree from any of these institutes, and then you go anywhere in the world, they will say that, okay, you know what you're talking about. Okay, and then here you have, there is one exam which is not in this list. It's called JAM, which I think you have to clear that exam to do a master's in IITs and NITs. So that is not there in this list. Since so you have to choose the right path. There is no one best institute. If you are interested in pure mathematics, you can go to CMI, you can go to ICERS, you can go to IAC. Again, I'm not saying IITs are bad for pure mathematics. I'm just saying these institutes are more focused on pure mathematics. If you want to go to applied, and if you want to go with a more industry-oriented career, then you can go for IITs, NITs, sometimes IAC. If you're more into statistics and data science type, ISA is your best bet. If you want to do more computer science, mathematical computing, AI, ML related things, you can go to CMI, which has a very strong computer science department. So your mathematical interest should guide you. Follow your curiosity. Choose based on what excites you, and don't just go for rankings. And if you're getting into an institute, try to find a mentor there. Try to talk to faculty members. All of them, I can tell you 100% guaranteed, I can tell you they are willing to help you. That is one of my experiences with all these institutes that I mentioned here. They are ready to help you. And nobody is there who is saying, there are no egotistical people as far as I've seen. All of them are situated in beautiful campuses with a lot of greenery, lot of place to walk, lot of place to socialize. So it is in those socializations that new ideas come up. It's not, if you just sit in your office, you should take inspiration from the story of Erdos. If you're just sitting in your office, sitting in front of your blackboard or notebook and trying to solve a hard problem, it's not, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work out. And so with all this, with a brief introduction, I wish you all the best, and try to build concepts. Don't go for rote memorization. Try to solve problems and don't just look at theorem proof. Try to solve problems, try to build intuition, think outside the box, read beyond your curriculum, and ask questions and discuss. Okay, the journey into mathematics begins not with knowing all the answers, but it also begins with asking better questions. So, okay, that sort of brings me to the end of my...
I can ask a question?
1 minute, let me just complete and then maybe you can ask a question. So that brings me to the end of my presentation, and I was planning to have more of a discussion than just me talking. So that's why I gave a brief overview, and I thought I'll leave the floor for questions. But since somebody asked about TIFR, there are a few institutes in the country which are solely focused on pure research, pure science research, and in particular pure mathematics research. So one place is TIFR, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. That's in Bombay, and that has there is a Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Bangalore. It's called the Center for Advanced Mathematics. So that focuses mostly on mathematics. TIFR in Bombay focuses on math, physics, chemistry, biology. I think.
Sir, I can ask a question. Sir, I can ask a question.
Yes, madam. Please ask the question.
Sir, I have chosen to purchase IIT JAM, and my goal is to get admission to IIT Bombay or IIT Delhi. I would be gratefully if you could inspire and guide me to achieve this dream.
Okay. What about, is it okay if I answer a question after I complete my presentation? I'm still giving my presentation at the moment, if that's okay.
हाँ हाँ सर, जैसे कि मैं चाहती
समझ
हूँ
गया
कि
मैं
मैं
आपके बात में
आईआईटी
समझ गया मैं मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन खत्म करने के बाद मैं आपका जवाब दूंगा, if that's okay.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Yeah. Okay. So I was talking about Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. That is one thing. There is a place in Allahabad called the Harishchandra Research Institute, where I did my PhD from. That is focused on mathematics research and theoretical physics research. Yes, since you brought that up, they have also started a master's program. Okay. If you go to their website, you will know how to get in. I think you have to write NBHM. I'll get to NBHM. So they have also started a master's program. You can check that out. There is a place in Chennai called Institute of Mathematical Sciences. Previously, it was called Mathseon. Now it's called IMSC, Institute of Mathematical Sciences, which is again wonderful place to do mathematics research. They also have a really strong computer science department, if I'm not wrong. There is a place in Bangalore called International Center for Theoretical Sciences. I was attending a conference there. So they gave me this notebook, International Center for Theoretical Sciences. This is also wonderful campus, wonderful place to do research. There also, you can also try to get in there. Regarding research institutes in India, there is a place called the Kerala School of Mathematics, which is from a place called Calicut in Kerala. It's my hometown. It's an institute very close to my heart. It's also coming up. They have also started a master's program. They have PhD programs. It's an up and coming institute. You should definitely check that out. Have I missed something? There is this Lodha Institute or Lodhi Institute or something that started in Bombay. It's a private institute. So everything that I mentioned before is public sector. This Lodha Institute is private sector, but I don't know if they have any graduate programs or if they have any MSc things. Okay, so that's more or less it from my side. And we've already had the first question. If you're preparing for IIT JAM, okay, this sort of goes for Preeti ji, मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ. If this sort of goes for any competitive exam, to the best of my knowledge, try solving question papers. There is if you can figure out the pattern or what questions are given emphasis, that might help you more rather than just looking at what are the concepts, etc. Give equal time on solving question papers also. Many people make that mistake. Many people try to just focus on concepts, and in the exam hall, they don't know how to apply those concepts. And so my suggestion is give equal emphasis to knowing concepts and also how to apply them when you're in the exam hall. So try solving papers. Don't solve one question at a time. If you solve one question, so if you look at one question, try to solve it. You don't know the answer, you go look at the answer, come back, learn. That will not give you a sense of time management. So my suggestion is solve one question paper at a time. Obviously, you will have access to previous year's question papers or mock question papers or whatever. Make a list of.
Sir, then for them, we need to first complete our whole syllabus. Then we should approach, right? Like
So if you're currently doing your bachelor's or doing your master's, you can approach this in the last year. You will have known enough by then, is my guess. So if you want to see, if you can learn this side by side to your syllabus also, to your other commitments, fine, well and good, not a problem at all. But what I want to emphasize is that you should spend time solving question papers so that you get a sense of time management, you get a sense of which questions you can solve easily, which questions are taking more time for you, and then you can try to fill those specific gaps in your knowledge. Yeah, that was the point that I was trying to make. Hopefully this answers your question. Swaroop Saha.
Yes, sir. Sir, you told about some institute, ICTS and
Yes.
Kerala school. So they have their own entrance test, or through NBHM we can approve those?
Okay. I think Kerala School of Mathematics takes people from CMI entrance test and NBHM, but they have their own interview as far as I know. ICTS, I think, is mostly NBHM. I don't think they have their own exam. I'm not sure. So the best thing you can do is go to the website of these institutes and you can check out their thing. I just want to give you the name of the institutes.
Hello, sir. So can I just
Yes.
I think ICT is mainly for I think it's mainly for PhD. I think there's no any master's program there. I think for masters we have to go for DA and CAM. I think Center for
Yes. Yeah. So you can get all this information from their respective websites. I just wanted to point you in the right directions. I don't have the entire information of who takes admission from there. Yeah. Yes. Hopefully that answers some part of your question.
Sir, I have one more question. As I'm in my initial years of BSc, I'm in second year. So I have started studying for JAM. So means through which topic I should go first? Should I complete real analysis first, group theory first, or should I start with applied section? I means you can give me a sequence that if you go through this,
what you feel is most comfortable for you. That is why I asked you to solve question papers. When you solve question papers, you will know which area you are good at, which area you need some work. If you feel applied is much more accessible to you, go solve applied questions. And does that answer your question?
but sir, since I don't know about anything, right? I'm just starting.
Okay.
So like a roadmap, which is like comparatively to everyone, it is like useful. Maybe someone doesn't like pure, then I was saying that.
Okay. To be honest, I have not written JAM. I have not prepared for it, so I don't know the nature of questions. I don't know those things, but still I can give you some general idea. Okay. First things first, you need to understand the core concepts. Okay. There are some foundational results in analysis or algebra or whatever. Let's say uniform convergence or supernorm convergence for continuous function, for example. Those sort of things, compactness, connectedness, these continuous image of a compact function, continuous image of a compact set, etc. So there are some foundational results which you cannot
So
escape.
those means that are point topologies, right?
They can come in real analysis also. If you are talking about metric space also, in some institutes introduce as part of real analysis. I'm not very sure. So intermediate value theorem, for example. Intermediate value theorem is just one special case of the fact that the continuous image of a connected set is connected. Okay. So those sort of things. Hello? Yeah. My point is there are some foundational results in analysis, algebra. If you have a little bit of topology, then that, differential equations. There are some foundational results which you cannot run away from. You have to learn, you have to know those things properly. In and out, you should be able to work with them.
Sir, can you suggest some books? Books for foundation for new users who means I don't know anything about real analysis. I want to start. Okay. So which book would you recommend? Linear algebra, then differential, ODE, like this.
There are some standard books. Bartle and Shelbert is one standard book for real analysis. There is a book visualizing real analysis. I don't remember the name. Visual Introduction to Analysis, something like that, which I found as quite nice. So my first suggestion is Bartle and Shelbert. There are some books on analysis by Terence Tao, Analysis 1, etc. It's Analysis 1, 2, 3. I think you can start with Analysis 1. That may not be the right book for everyone. So you need to have a certain appetite to understand the things in that book. But you can. That's definitely a second read. Once you are comfortable with Bartle and Shelbert, you can go to Analysis 1 and your knowledge will deepen a lot.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
I was asking one question. Like someday before, I was trying. Means I started real analysis. I was searching SK Mappa. I was checking it. So how should we approach a book? Because it is quite a very thick book. When I see the book, I'm like, how will I solve the whole book? I have just started. So many
See,
concepts, so many theorems.
okay, Swaroop, let me be honest with you. There is no way out of hard work. Okay? If you see a book and it's too big for you, solve it one page at a time. Go through it one page at a time. It will become easier as you move forward. Initially, it will be the first page or the first section will be very difficult. The next section will be slightly easier. The next section will be even more easier because your knowledge is compounding. The further you go in a book, your knowledge is compounding and you have the knowledge of the previous sections, your next section will become easier for you. If you're just sitting there looking at the book, thinking how hard it is going to be, you are not going to move forward. So pick a book, any book, start reading, start solving. That is the only suggestion I can give you. And if you, let's say you've gone through one chapter of the book, if you're feeling very good, then you can continue with that book. If you're feeling, okay, this is not the right book for me, then you try to solve a different book. Now, when you're going to a different book, it will not be as difficult as your first book because you have some knowledge, you have some idea, some exposure to what they've been talking, right? And hopefully you have some good enough teachers who can help you with this process also. Take their help as much as possible, collaborate, talk to like-minded people, talk to friends, study a book together with someone, with 2 or 3 people. It makes your life easy like anything. Learn from Erdosh. Yes, next question. Maybe we should let others ask some questions. Yes.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have completed my MSc in pure mathematics, sir. Now I am preparing for GATE to get to see. I am aiming to get seat in IIT Madras in MTech program, Industrial Mathematics and Scientific Computing. To get admission in that course, I need to qualify GATE exam. So I am now preparing for GATE exam, sir.
Okay.
In this preparation for in future purpose, in what type of mathematical programming we should learn, sir? Mathematical
programming.
Sir.
Okay. Software, you mean? Software.
Yes, sir. Mathematical software, Mathematica, MATLAB, or Sage, that like which mathematical software I should learn from now onwards to easier after qualifying the GATE exam? Sir, can you suggest me some?
Okay. My honest suggestion to you right now is to focus on GATE. Okay. If you join an MTech program, once you clear GATE and then you get into IIT Madras, join the MTech program and then you can learn this software with your peers. Okay, that makes it much more easier for you. And to be honest, that is sort of the right time and place to learn that. Right now, if you focus on learning about these softwares by yourself, you will lose focus on cracking GATE, and that is not a good thing. So my honest suggestion for you is to put all your effort into cracking GATE.
Okay, sir. Sir,
if you want a list of softwares, I can give you a list of software. So Mathematica is very good. There's something called PariGP. I don't know if you know, PARI. It's good for group theoretic computations. There is something called, what is it? Sage Math. And if you know a little bit of Python, it's amazing. So most of these things are based on C, C++, and Python. And if you know how to work with these 3 codes, then you can learn the other codes without much effort. So C, C++, Python. These are the 3 things I will ask you to learn and understand. Yeah. If that is what you want to do. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That one doubt is disturbing me while where I am preparing for GATE exam, sir. One thing, I came from pure mathematical background. So shall I need any computer knowledge present now or otherwise after
I don't think so. I don't think you need any computer knowledge, computer science knowledge, or coding knowledge. You will be expected to be able to solve differential equations. Because GATE generally focuses more on solving differential equations. It's just the type of questions I'm talking about. If you're talking about NET exam, then NET has equal amount of pure and applied. So if you're really good with pure mathematics, you can get a really good rank in NET. But for GATE, it has more applied mathematics than pure mathematics. So you need to be able to solve differential equations, and you need to be able to understand the nature of solutions and other things. Just a broad idea from my side. If you want to get better and better idea about the question pattern, look at previous year question papers. Takes last 10 years question paper and look at where they are asking questions, which subjects they are focusing on, what type of questions they're asking, these sort of things. Yeah.
Okay, sir. That means the only it's better for focus on full GATE mathematics paper rather than thinking about computer science or other mathematical software present now. Okay.
Yes, that is my suggestion to you. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, forgive me if there is any barriers of speaking in English. I am from Telugu person, so I didn't know proper English.
I am a Kerala person. My English is not perfect.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Sir, and one thing, sir, it is really our pleasure to talk like this with you, sir. Because to meet you present, I think so. It's not. It's very tough to meet you in person. But it's our very. I thank
I was
Maths.
such a busy person. Okay.
Yes, sir. I thank Mathseon to in helping to meet and you in this online mode and talking to you like this, sir. Thank you for your suggestions.
No problem. No problem. Yes.
Sir, should I make detailed theory notes from day one? Or should I focus more on solving basic problems first?
Okay. आप हिंदी में पूछ सकते हो. If that is more comfortable for you, I can understand Hindi. So my suggestion is that there are some foundational concepts, foundational theorems that you cannot run away from. It's the same answer I'm giving to that I gave to Swaroop that I'm giving you. There are some theorems in every subject. Okay, analysis, algebra, topology, whatever subject it is, there are some foundational theorems which you cannot run away from. But knowing that theorems is one thing, being able to apply that theorems and solve problems is a different thing. So that application part, to be able to solve problems, is what you will get by solving previous year's question papers. If you don't know, if your foundational core has some gaps, then fill those gaps first. So solving problems will tell you which theorems you need to study. Okay, then go back, study those theorems, and then come and solve another question paper. You will find some other gaps. Then keep doing this over a period of time. Let's say by the time you solve some 20 question papers, you can see the difference in yourself.
ओके सर. सर क्या कोई 12th के ऐसे बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट हैं जिसको मैं रिवाइज कर सकूं आईआईटी जेम के मतलब आईआईटी जेम से पहले मैं कौन से ऐसे 12th के टॉपिक रिवाइज करूं कि मैं आईआईटी जेम को क्रैक कर सकूं?
जो आपके बीएससी टॉपिक्स जितना भी है वो पूरा आपके 12th के टॉपिक्स के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. अगर आपका 12th का टॉपिक्स ही अच्छे से पता नहीं है आपको, तो बीएससी का टॉपिक्स भी थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा आपके लिए. जैसे मतलब सेट रिलेशंस वगैरह आपको पता नहीं है, तो आप फंक्शंस का पूरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपका नहीं होगा. अगर फंक्शंस का पूरा अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपका नहीं हुआ है, तो आप कैसे लिमिट्स निकालोगे, कैसे एनालिसिस करेंगे आप?
Yes, sir. Okay,
so
sir.
That is, so it's if you are having problem with 12th standard mathematics, my suggestion is better to fix that now itself. क्योंकि वैसे भी आप एमएससी करने के लिए आ रहे हो, नहीं तो एमटेक करने के लिए आ रहे हो, वो वहां पे आपका इसका पूरा जरूरत पड़ेगा आपको. सेट्स रिलेशन में मैं अपना एमएससी बच्चे से मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ ना, बच्चों को पूरा जरूरत पड़ेगा आपको. सो बेटर टू फिक्स इट नाउ इटसेल्फ. यहाँ आने के बाद फिक्स करने के लिए मत सोचो. फिक्स इट नाउ. एमएससी ज्वाइन करने के बाद एमएससी की चीजें सीखो. तब ये पीछे वाले शीशे को लेके बैठना नहीं.
Yes, yes.
I hope I
Okay.
can. It's clear for you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good evening. My name is
Good evening.
Vikram.
Good evening.
I'm a third year BSc student. I've only recently started considering being a professor of mathematics, and
Okay.
I would like to know what lies ahead. Basically, I would like to do my masters. I would like to complete my PhD, and then become a professor because I really like teaching. And if you would tell me what's in store for me, then that would be really helpful.
What are your interests? Is it pure or applied?
For now, I'm not really sure, sir.
Okay.
I just, it was very recently that I started considering fully focusing on maths because for a long time I thought I would be combining CS and maths because they are my two majors.
Okay.
But only recently I've started considering going into just completely the math field.
Okay. What lies ahead? It's a very good question. Okay. Everybody's journey is different. Okay. So what the hardships that I experienced or things that worked out for me might not be the same for you. But I'll give you some general pointers that you can keep in your mind. If somebody or if you have the feeling that math is easy, then very soon you will realize that math is not easy. Okay. If in a BSc level you find concepts easy, concepts appealing to you, very good. If at MSc level you still find it easy, even better. But there will be a point in your mathematical career where things stop becoming easy. Be ready for that. And don't drop mathematics because it stops becoming easy. The most enjoyable part of mathematics comes when it starts becoming difficult. Okay, that is the first pointer or something to look for that I can tell you. The second one is always be open to be told that you're wrong. If somebody comes and tells you that what you're doing is wrong, at least mathematically speaking, have the patience to hear that person out honestly, and then you can try to see if what that person says has some merit to it. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you staying humble is very, very important in this. Collaborate, etc., etc. Now, what lies ahead? Reasonable amount of hardships, which is true for any field, I'll say, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Yeah, I don't know what else to say to that answer that question. Yeah, hopefully this is helpful for you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
So I have a question regarding new education system. Sir, as we all know, the NEP, new education system, has proposed a 4-year course for BSc. In that, in 4th year, there is BSc honors with research degree, and in last year, they give us an exposure of research for that 1 year. So what can we say, like what is better to complete a 3 years BSc followed by 2 years of masters, or 4 year of BSc followed by a last year of honors with research? Something like, it's very complex to understand because many institutes are not even ready to accept like the policy and to go with that to start the new programs according to that new education system. So what are the, like, how can we compare the both? Can you please?
Okay. As a mathematician, maybe I'm not the right person to answer this question. So I can share a little bit of my idea, maybe. So the new education policy, it's a very it will take some time because it is trying to implement something on such a large scale to such a large country. It will take some time. Okay, it's not that it will happen like that. That said, which course you should go is your preference. Okay, if you feel that you can do much better with a 4-year bachelor's, some people will want to have that exit option after 4 years, or some people, let's say after 3 years bachelor's, some people will want to just try out mathematics, see if this is something that I want to do. and then go to something else after their BSc. Some people will, for me, I did my integrated bachelor's and master's. So I was sure that I wanted to do mathematics. I did not want to do anything else. I was sure. So I went in that BSc, a 5-year course. Coming back to research, if you are really focused on research, are you doing your bachelor's or have you completed bachelor's? I did not get that part. Sorry.
Sir, I am currently pursuing my bachelor's.
Which year are you?
I'm in second year, sir.
Are you doing a 3-year BSc or 4-year BSc? Which one?
I'm not quite sure yet, and that's why I'm trying to explore and know much more about the 2 years masters with compared to 1 years of that bachelor's class.
Okay. So you have an option to exit after the 3rd year.
Yes, sir, we have.
Okay. And you're not sure what to do. Okay. Okay. Since you're interested in research, see, there are some courses, foundational courses, let's say real analysis 1, real analysis 2, algebra 1, algebra 2, and those things, which has to be covered in a bachelor's program. If those courses are being covered in your 4th year and you quit your bachelor's after 3 years, you may not be in the right shape to join a master's program. So just take a look at your syllabus and look at the syllabus of other institutes. For example, IIT Tiruchi syllabus is online. Most IIT syllabus is online. Central University syllabus is online, right? So try to compare how much you know as compared to the common of this, and then you can make a decision. Having a honors in research, because I am also new to this, having an honors in research might help, but it is my understanding that most institutes insist on having a master's. So without having a master's in mathematics, I don't know if many institutes will admit you for a PhD program. That is something you have to find out.
Yes, sir. So that's the problem because we are the first batch of NAP. So we would face the masters qualified students in our entrance if we go directly from after our bachelor's in PhD interviews and all.
Yes.
So thank you, sir, for answering.
That's your answer.
So yes, sir, I'll get it. If I'm sure to pursue the research or something, I must compare the syllabus of the masters, or if I'm going to lag something or not.
Yeah.
So one more question. So as I have enrolled in a regular college, so I have to attend regular 9 to 5 classes. And if I'm trying to prepare something side by side for any competitive exam or something, so it's being like I'm not being able to manage my time efficiently because after the college, I have college academics also to read, to study, to complete their classes, revisions, and all that. And after that, competitive exam is side by side, so it's not being able to manage.
Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, so what you're learning in college and what you're preparing for exams, they're not mutually exclusive. They have a huge intersection. So when you're what you're learning in college, right? When you're sitting in the class, when you're trying to learn a new thing, try to figure out what sort of questions that can be asked from this topic. Try to solve those questions sitting in the classroom itself. You will have a lot of free time in the classroom, I hope. It's not a lot of time to chat with friends. So use that time to talk about mathematics. Hello?
So yeah, sir, but most of the students are not that interested in talking about these mathematics and all that. If their career not aligns with you, their career goal is not aligning with you, why would they even talk to me about mathematics? And it's like in our classes we're not that free.
Then you find time. If they are not interested in talking with them, you find the interval time, break time, do mathematics by yourself. You have to find time. You have to find time. So this is what it means to put in the hard work. This is what it means to sacrifice.
So in short, I have to somehow be social standing with the people who are trying to distract me or who are not aligning their career goal with me. So I must just make a distance with them whenever I'm getting the break time.
Yeah. So you have your goal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have your path. It is your duty to follow that path. They will have their path, let them follow their path.
Sure,
If
sir.
two people's paths are aligning, you can travel together. If paths are not aligning, you cannot travel together. They have to travel, you have to travel.
Sure, sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one thing, sir.
Sir,
Good evening, sir.
Maybe the moderators can, because there are so many people who are willing to ask questions.
Sure,
Maybe
sir.
the
Sure, sir.
moderators can comment.
Actually, we are having the lot time, so can we restrict it to 2-3 questions maximum?
But
Okay,
who will
yes.
ask those questions?
Excuse, like let me tell you. Boyana Sri Lavanya.
Lavanya.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, you can ask the question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, at present, I completed my BSc. Unfortunately, I didn't write the JAM exam, sir. I didn't attempt. So I write the state entrance test, sir. So I got result didn't came yet. But so should I join the local college for MSc, or should I wait for 1 year and give attempt for JAM, sir?
My suggestion is join, but keep JAM in mind, because if you are sitting at home, if I am sitting at home for 1 year, I will lose touch with the subject. Okay, then it's very difficult to come back and write competitive exams like this. So my suggestion is, don't waste this 1 year. Join the institute, whatever local college, but keep preparing for JAM. Okay,
sir.
so that you are in touch with the subject, and maybe in the new institute you might find someone who is also preparing for JAM. You can prepare together and work that out. So it is generally not advisable to sit doing nothing. See, we might think we'll prepare, but if it were up to me, I know that I will not do it. So I don't know about you, but I know that I will not do it. So if it were up to me, I will go and join that institute.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Let me call the other one. Jubil, you can.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Jubil
I'm
Dawn,
currently,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm currently completed my bachelor's, and I am now preparing for entrance exam.
Okay.
And I'm very curious about math and things. So I want to explore this 1 year completely for maths, and also I like that. Also together with that, I want to prepare for my entrance exams for MSc mathematics.
Okay.
So how can I spend my time not exploring these things separately?
If you want to, okay, you are telling me that you have 1 year. Okay.
Yeah. I have this year to explore the whole math and everything. So I'm applied to pure core too.
Okay. There is something called MIT OpenCourseWare. I don't know if you know about it. MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. All their courses are available online for free. The lecture notes, and in some cases video lectures also. They are available on YouTube. You can download the PDF. You can download the exercise sheets and everything you can do. We have a homegrown thing. We have NPTEL. I hope you know about NPTEL, right? So since you have 1 year, maybe you can enroll for a few courses here and there. And
I'm currently doing some courses in NTTL actually.
Okay, so you're already doing that. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Meantime, you can also start preparing for the exam. It's never too early to start preparing. You can keep solving questions. You can keep that level of knowledge, like that level up. What else can you do? I think you're doing most things correctly, man. I don't think you need more.
Okay.
If you want,
thank you.
If you are, maybe one more suggestion, you look at MIT OpenCourseWare, try to look at some interesting courses. Like for example, Galois. If you're interested in algebra, try to look at Galois theory, what is Galois theory, etc. If you're interested in analysis, try to look at functional analysis, measure theory, and all those things.
Okay. Okay. I came across very difficult to study number theory and graph theory for me. So
Okay.
any suggestions for that too?
There is
These are my,
there is a book. I have it here. Try reading this book. Can you see it?
I tried it, but it really kind of tangles me. Some statements and some proof tangles me in my mind.
So
yeah, and
this is the contents of this book are very standard. There may be some courses which discuss this book also. So there is another book. There is a book, Introduction to Number Theory, I think, by Johnson and Johnson or Jackson and Jackson, something like that. It is an undergraduate text in mathematics. So you know the publisher Springer, right? Springer is a publisher. They have many series of textbooks. One is a CTMS, graduate text in mathematics. There is something called UTM, undergraduate text in mathematics. There is a number theory book, undergraduate text in mathematics. I don't remember the title. It's very likely Johnson and Johnson or Jackson. Try reading that. That is in a much lower level than Apostle. Once you completed that, you can come back to Apostle.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any suggestion for graph theory also?
Graph theory, there is a book by Douglas West, which may be a bit difficult. There is a Harari. There is a book by Harari, Harary. It's a very thin book. I think it's blue color book. You can try reading that. I think that's a good first book. Harari is a good book. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. As we are running late, so I think we should wind up the session. So the remaining questions you can ask. We'll share a Google form, so you can ask in the Google form, and we'll address every question. So actually, let's wind up the session. So as we come to the end of the session, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Krishnarjun.
Sir, sorry to disturb.
Please. It's already late, actually.
Sir, only one question, sir.
Okay, this is the last question. So please ask it.
Okay, thank you.
Just one.
Okay, thank you. Sir, after for MTech students in IIT or NIT, there is an option to continue his MTech to PhD admission after completion of first year MTech if they got 8 CGPA. That like, sir, is it really correct, sir?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea about the MTech course. So, yeah. You can contact me in my email. I'll share my email with the organizers and then you can get it from them. So, yeah.
Okay. So,
sir, I have one question.
Excuse me, please. So, I told you earlier, I'll share a Google form, and also sir also already told that he'll share his email ID. So you can have the chat on the mail, and also we'll address every questions in the Google form. So don't worry about that. So let me have a conclusion. So as I earlier told, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Krishnarjun Krishnamoorthy sir for sparing the time to share his valuable insights and experience with us. And actually, we are sincerely appreciating your willingness to guide and motivate the aspiring students. So I hope that we are very confident that today's session has given all of us a clear perspective of what it takes. So
hopefully, I hope this really benefited the students and other aspirants here.
We do.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Yes.
It's okay. No issue, sir. So on behalf of the entire Mathseon team and all the participants, I'm again thanking you, sir. And also, I'm thanking you, everyone who has joined us today. So we hope to see you again at our upcoming sessions. Have a wonderful day and good night.
Good night. Thank you for the invite. I hope, wish you all the best, all the aspirants, all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.